What is up, everybody? Hey, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live. With me, your host and international award-winning speaker, Make Every Second Count speaker. Sorry, I forgot that part. Jeff Marconette Jr. Now, I am so very excited because for the first time in the last couple weeks, I actually have a guest tonight. It's going to be awesome. But I ask you if you would please participate with this episode. Ask as many questions as you can. Don't forget to give us hearts, thumbs up, frowny faces, cry faces. Heck, you can even get mad at us. I don't care. Just help us trick the algorithms on any of the social media networks that we're on. But with no further ado, I would like to bring to the stage Nick. Hello, Nick. How are you?
I'm great. I'm Nick Yerhart, and um, what I do is I have a coaching business, and I help people overcome challenges, and then create the life that they want. A lot of what I do is all about confidence and mindset, because I know that once I started working on my own self confidence and my own mindset, my whole life changed, and I'm so much happier now because of that. So, um, my specialty is to help parents who have children with special needs. That's who I really want to help.
That's awesome. I definitely appreciate what you do. I'm sorry, I was trying to invite a few people on the show with us so they can watch. But I happen to know personally that there are a lot of things in life that are put in our way that try to stop us from going any further, try to hold us down on that ladder that we're trying to climb so we can rise. See, I was in a car accident when I was 17. I spent 2.5 months in a coma and 3.5 in the hospital. And I was told I probably wouldn't walk again, but I'm doing it now. And there are some lessons that I had to learn through that process of getting back to the point where I felt like myself again. And I know that each and every person has to grow through something in their life. So, and some people's might be more obvious than other people's. But what in your life have you had to grow through?
I just really had to grow through basically everything. So I have cerebral palsy, which means it affects my whole body. So everyday tasks are a challenge. So you know I have to overcome everything every single day. But it doesn't stop me from doing anything. Like, if
Yes.
there's a will, there's a way, and I will figure it out. That's how I lived my life. My dad taught me that young. He told me, if you want to do something, you better figure out how. And that's what I've done my whole entire life.
That is great, and I am so glad that you have gotten to the point where you have more of a growth mindset. But was there ever a time after your diagnosis or after your, I don't know, what was that point that you felt like I know that, oh man, trying to think how to word this. So I know from talking to you previously that you got to a point where you decided that you needed to change. What led to you deciding that you needed to change?
So, unfortunately, it was when my dad passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. He had brain cancer, and
Ooh.
he fought for years, but you know, in the end, he didn't make it. But after that, we sold our company that we owned, and I was like, well, crap, like I didn't think of doing anything else because I just thought I would work at that company forever.
And what was that company?
It was what why waste removal. So
Yeah,
it was a garbage company.
that's
So
cool.
and we had that for 10 years. So I did
Wow, that's a
for
long time to have a
yeah.
business.
Oh yeah. So yeah. So after that, that was like a big eye opener because I was like, all right, what am I gonna do now? Um, Unfortunately, like 4 months after we sold, I ended up getting another job with another garbage company, and things were going really good. Like it was amazing. Like I was the director of operations, so basically nothing happened unless I said so, because I had a lot of experience. I did it for 10 years, so they really respected everything that I had to say and all of my ideas and everything. But then, you know, with our business, we all know things change, and they decided that they wanted out of the waste removal and focus more on recycling. Well, in order to do that, they had to downsize. So they ended up selling most of the garbage route to a different company, and I was hired on to a new company.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's good, but it was like another like a Nick, you need to wake up. Like you can't rely on somebody else your whole life. You never know what's gonna happen. So that was like my deciding point. I was like, all right, I need to figure out what I can do on my own, and I had no idea what I was gonna do. So I started looking into real estate, and then that's when I found Grant at Cardone. So once I found Grant Cardone, I started getting into his programs, and you just learn a lot about mindset and confidence, and like I just started to overcome all these things, like without even trying. It was just all this stuff I had no idea about before. So like just being taught, the right way versus the wrong way. Like we all grow up, with our parents and the school system. Like we're all taught certain things, but a lot of it isn't right, in my opinion. So once I focused a lot on mindset. Like I had a very very negative mindset. I mean, I was always thinking negative thoughts. I hated myself. I did not love who I was. I didn't like that I had a disability. Like I completely I was depressed a lot. It was hard. Like I just having a disability for me at that time was just like I was cursed. Like why did this happen to me?
I have a question, Nick.
Yeah.
So, you worked at what time did you go to work every day?
So I at wide waist. So my parents are company. I go to work at about 6 a.m.
All
And then
right.
when
And then What time did you have to get up to get dressed and get in the shower or do whatever you were doing in that morning?
So at that time, I get up at like 5 o'clock. So I
Get
get
up
up,
at
and an hour later, I was at work. And it's kind of crazy to think about now because now I have to. I start work at 5:45 now, and I get up at 3:30. So I get up
3:30?
way, yeah. But that's because I have a morning routine that I do every morning, and by me doing that morning routine, like I feel a bit better. I'm healthier. I I'm like way more calm throughout the day, just a lot happier, and I get a lot more done because I start my day off right.
That's good. But I want to go back for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So you used to get up at 5 every morning, and now you get up at 3:30 every morning,
Mm-hmm.
and you get dressed, go through your routine, and go to work. How do you get to work?
I drive.
You drive?
Yep, I got my license when I was 16. So,
That's awesome.
oh yeah.
So let's look at this for a minute. So I'm not an early morning person. In fact, you don't want to see me early in the morning because I'll probably bite your head off or something like that. So you do that well. You go through a routine in the morning well. You drive your own car to work. There how many people in the world today don't drive?
Mm-hmm.
So I ask you, the people like me that can't get up in the morning, is that a disability?
No, personally, I think it's your own mindset. Um,
Okay, all right. But what about the people that don't drive in the world today? Is that a disability?
so there are a lot of people that have a disability that will prevent them from driving. That's you know.
But I'm going somewhere with this. So let's look at it differently. Instead of those being disabilities, start thinking of them as different abilities. You have abilities, just
Mhm.
not the same as me. I
Yep.
have abilities that might not be the same as you. I couldn't work in a trash truck company or a waste removal company. I wouldn't know the first thing to do in that. So, therefore, you have that ability, but that's not a disability for me. I think that people use that word too much, that
Oh,
they rely too much on disability instead of looking at it as a different ability, a
yeah.
way you can succeed where I can't. And that's not anything that's going to hold me back, but that is something that limits people in the world today, I think.
Yep. I agree, and it's awesome that you say that because I I'm trying to get away from using the word disability because I don't like it. But it's a word that everybody knows and they understand. So
Yes.
it still gets used, but yeah, I use different abilities a lot. And then my own personal thing is instead of special needs, I say special abilities.
Yes, I am proud of you for that because
Thank you.
once you get in that mindset, that is more of a growth mindset,
Mhm.
and that will help you expand your own knowledge and your own possibilities in the world. I find that to be amazing in itself. So, guys out there, I want to say hi to my Aunt Terry, my dad, hi to Jonathan Wilson, to Chad, and to Holly Johnson, who is watching us. So, thank you guys so much. But please, 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 if you are feeling anything that you have heard, if you are relating to this or you see my point, type a number one in the comments. Just show us that you're paying attention. So I thank you so much, Nick. But you talked a little bit about Grant Cardone there.
Mhm.
Now, what did he help you do? How did he open you up to expand your mindset?
So, I got into Grant Cardone's 10x business coach system, and so basically, I started learning, how to run a business. I started learning sales. I started learning how to have, great relationships. You know, like that's the main thing for me is like how to understand people, and it just improved all the relationships in my life. It was just incredible. So
Did you have a hard time relating to people?
yeah, I mean, sometimes I did. I was so stuck in my own ways that
Yeah.
it was either my way or the highway. Like, I was just, but now it's like I understand more. I still want things done my way most of the time, but I'm here to listen to your opinion now, you know.
Yeah.
So, and then when I got into that program with Grant, I had my own personal coaches that I worked with, and one of the coaches, we were on a call, and he's like, "Nick, you want to get into real estate, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Have you ever thought about being a coach?" And I was like, "No."
Wow.
He was like, "Well, with your story and what you've been through and what you continue to overcome, you would be a great coach." So then that's when I was like, all right. So then I started looking into coaching, and I was already in the coaching uh, program, but I wasn't doing it to be a coach. I was just doing it because I wanted knowledge on business and life. So then I really started to look into coaching, and I was like, okay, I think that is my calling. Like, I was put here on this earth to help other people. So that's what I'm going to do.
That is so amazing. But how did you get to the point where you decided that you were put here on earth to help other people? I mean, that's not something that a lot of people come to the realization so easily.
hmm So it was shortly after I had that conversation with that coach. I started to talk to a couple of other coaches and then some other people in my group, and everybody just said the same thing. Like, Nick, you can inspire anyone. It doesn't matter who they are. You can inspire and touch anyone. So then, I started making videos every single day. I post a video at least once a day on all social media. Like, I just started putting myself out there, and which that's how I really gained confidence in myself, was by doing that. Like, you do it number one, and you see yourself, on camera. Because before January, end of January, early February of this year, I had never recorded myself on camera. Not
Really?
one. Not
Wow.
one time. Because like if I see myself like somebody else took a video of me, I just did not like it at all. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like how I talked. I didn't like how I moved. Like I was so like in denial that I just couldn't handle it. And then now look at me. I think I've done 300 videos now. It's literally every day I post one. So
And what are your videos about?
they are all 100% inspirational or educational.
Can you give us a little example of your videos?
Yeah. So I'll say here's three confidence hacks. Number one, love who you are. Number two, don't care about what other people think. And number three, be yourself. If you focus on all three of those, your confidence is gonna soar.
Yeah, that is amazing. I like how you are telling other people that the videos help you at the same time as you trying to help other people, and
Yep.
that is one of the big things that I talk about. That one of the life hacks that I have told other people about, and that is trying to be more kind to other people, because when you are kind to other people, that kindness might not come back to you right away, but you receive a benefit from being kind to someone else. And then that person actually is going to receive that benefit too. And then if somebody witnesses you being kind to someone else, guess what? They get that benefit too. So while you are doing it in a selfish sort of way, you are actually helping out people of the world. And I find that to be really cool.
Exactly. The way I look at it is you can't help others unless you help yourself first.
You can't
So,
help others unless you help yourself first.
yeah.
All right, hold on. That right there is a commentable statement. You can't help others unless you help yourself first. So I am going to type that here so everybody can hear it. But so what are like three ways that somebody can help themselves first?
So I highly recommend you get yourself a morning routine.
And what do you call a morning routine? Is that just like showering and brushing your teeth or what?
Well, that's a part of it. But
Oh,
so if you want, I can share my morning routine.
all right, you can go ahead and do that. I'll let you.
Okay. So every morning I wake up, I never hit snooze. Hitting snooze is just not a good idea. And when you hit snooze, you're saying that you don't want to wake up, right?
Yeah.
Well, why would you want to keep doing that over and over and over every morning? So you gotta hit snooze, go back to sleep, and then wake up again. So you're doing the thing that you don't like. So just wake up one time and be done. So then I drink a glass of water right away because we lose a lot of water throughout the night. So it's good to rehydrate your brain right away.
Yeah.
And then I go into the bathroom and I brush my teeth because that's a mindless activity. You don't have to be fully awake to do it. But
Yeah.
doing it kind of gets you moving and gets your brain going. Then I take a cold shower. Yep, I said cold, ice cold. It's just really refreshing, and let me tell you, if you want to wake up, take a cold shower. It wakes you right up. So after that, I get dressed and then I exercise. Now, I just do a quick 5 to 10 minute exercise. It doesn't have to be, something insane, but just get your body moving, get your body going, and just exercise. After that, I meditate. Meditation's really good for just clearing your mind and getting yourself ready for the day. After I meditate, I journal. Just journal what I have to do today, journal my goals, just journal anything that you want. There's no right or wrong way to do it. And then I like to visualize the future that I want. So just kind of sit and think about the things that you want, because if you have goals big enough and you can see them, now you have a purpose to get up every morning and work towards your goals.
That is amazing, guys. Definitely check this guy out. But how can people check you out if they want to?
Okay, so I'm on basically all social media. Just search Nick Yerhart.
And guys, that is Nick NickYerhart, and I just wanted to spell that to people so they could actually find you if they wanted to.
Yep.
I didn't want to leave them hanging.
Thank
All
you.
right, you
I
can
also
continue.
have a website which is nickyerhart.com. I keep it simple.
Yeah, that's cool. I actually keep mine simple too. It is JeffMarconetteJr.com.
Yep, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, it's pretty simple for people to remember. Now, not to spell.
Yeah.
But it's simple for them to remember, I hope.
Oh yeah.
Um, so you were talking a little bit, I think, about a podcast or something, were you not?
Um, I've been a guest on a few, but I don't have my own yet. I do plan on it, but not yet.
All right. Well, that's something you should work on.
I've heard. I've been told.
Yeah. Well, hey, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy evening to be here with me and my guests, or my viewers or listeners, or whatever you want to call them. My buddies, my lovelies, my friends. It doesn't matter. But
No.
I definitely want to say thank you so much for coming out tonight. And guys out there, including you, Nick, I need you guys all to do me a favor this week, next week, and for the rest of your life. I need you to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds will run out on your one life. I'll see you guys back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, make every second count. Thanks again, Nick. Have a great night.
Oh yeah. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem.